Needless Things Podcast. Welcome to the newest episode of the Needless Things Podcast. I'm your host, Dave West, and I have got a new microphone. I hope it shows. I hope you can tell, but I hope you can tell not in bad ways, like there's background noise or clicking or things like that. I did a couple of test runs. I recorded some things. I checked it out on StreamYard to make sure everything was doing what I wanted it to do, and it seems pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and record this whole entire intro, and then if it turns out there is some kind of problem, I'm just going to have to redo it. But, you know, sometimes you got to try things and see how they go. I've got big intro today, big episode today. I'm finally posting our Choose Your Own Adventure from Panel of Adventure at Dragon Con. Yeah, it's from a couple of months ago, but it's been a busy time for me. I don't know how to describe it. I am fully self-employed. I had refrained from referring to myself, if you've been following the drama of my career of 20 years ending, I had not been referring to myself as unemployed because I never looked at it that way. I said I was self-employed, which is a fact because even though it doesn't bring in a ton of income, the YouTube channel, the podcasts, like I'm still working. I'm just working for myself in a not necessarily very profitable manner, but at no point was I like unemployed, really. And now I am a contractor. I am working with a company related to what I was doing before. I'm not going to get into a ton of detail about it because it is still like day job stuff, but it's pretty darn exciting day job stuff. I will talk more about the world of contracting and consulting in the future, perhaps. But for now, I have a new microphone, and that is part of the reason why, because it's going to be a part of what I'm doing with my LLC going forward. Speaking of background noise, I forgot to silence my phone. Not unforgivable, but annoying to most, I'm sure. So this weekend has been crazy busy. I kind of messed up and scheduled too much, although it has gone very well thus far. Right now, it's 2:30 on Sunday. I got to leave for improv classes in about an hour and a half. I've got 2 classes left tonight and next Sunday, the 30th. And those are the last 2 classes of Level 1. Level 2 begins January 10th, and I signed up for it because I want to continue on this road. As I said, I'm not 100% I don't think improv is for me, but I am learning a lot and developing a lot of skills in this class, so I'm sticking with it. And there are other classes offered. This is at Dad's Garage in Atlanta. They offer writing classes. They offer stand-up classes, and I think I'm going to make my way through all of them. But for right now, I'm appreciating how improv is making me feel. So I'm sticking with it because I'm getting returns. And it's interesting. You know, I always hated school, unless it happened to be something I was interested in, and then I could focus and learn and get excited about it. And this is, you know, whatever you think of improv, whatever you think of any kind of creative pursuits, it's school. It's a class. It's something that I have to study and practice. It's no different than, you know, a geometry class. It's just a different subject. And it's interesting that occurred in my brain. I was like, I'm in a class learning something, but I'm so engaged and devoted to it and into it that I'm getting something out of it. And I'm sure there's a lot of deeper conversation to be had, but it's just an interesting thought that I had. So anyway, last weekend only really had improv class, but only really had one major thing scheduled, and that was an evening party at the Georgia Renaissance Festival. It was a lot of fun. They seemed ill-prepared for the number of people that were there. They sold out of what I was drinking like an hour after we got there, which helped me, you know, with my personal, because we got a room, so we wouldn't have to drive too far, or at all. We took an Uber back and forth. But I ended up jetting out of there at about 3:30 in the morning. because I'm just not a roommates person. I'm just not. But had a blast there. They had a fun. Mr. Bumness was one of the hosts, and then they had a David Bowie type from Labyrinth as the other host, and lots of people like fire dancers. There was a fairy lady with a flaming sword, and people on stilts with lots of fire. There was a cheetah lady with fiery hoops and breath and everything. It was pretty wild and pretty fun. Had a blast. It was worth the price of admission. And, I've always enjoyed the Renaissance Festival. But we got all dressed up and everything. I bought a fancy new jacket and a cape. Had a great time. But this weekend had even more going on. So Friday, I went to Dad's Garage, and I saw Invasion Christmas Carol, which is a Christmas Carol. It's a play of a Christmas Carol. However, every night that they do this play, and it's ongoing through November and most of December, every night a different invader invades the play. And the cast don't know who it's going to be or when they're going to invade. And the night that I went, it was the Terminator. And it was hilarious. In the past, I think they've had like SpongeBob and the Grinch, and it's going to be some pop culture character that's anachronistic. So what's fascinating about this to me is the actors have to learn the play. They're doing the play, like legit, reading the script. They have to memorize the script, know the whole play front to back. But then this character shows up, and that's where the improv comes in. Is they have to respond to this character, they have to integrate it into the narrative in some way, and then they return to the script. So they've had this massive disruption, and then they have to keep going. And it led to so much hilarious stuff. It was very, very entertaining. Again, more than got my money's worth out of this. I mean, it was a blast. And I got a watermelon sour beer that was just perfect. The watermelon flavor was right on point, and it had just a dash of a salty taste. And I don't know if you've ever put salt on watermelon, but it's great. This was a tremendous beverage. So a couple of tremendous beverages and a wonderful show. If you're in the Atlanta area, I highly recommend you go see Invasion Christmas Carol at Dad's Garage. And then Saturday, me and Riley drove to Greenville, South Carolina for Retro Toy Con. About a 2-hour drive. Not bad, but also, round trip, 4 hours. That's a chunkier day. But we went out to Retro Toy Con, and I'll talk a little bit more about that on Audible Interlude. We've got a live stream coming up on Monday, and of course that'll be available Friday wherever you get your podcasts. But just had a really fun time there. Relax. I didn't do any filming. I took like 2 pictures because I think I've mentioned this before. I just don't really enjoy covering. I don't enjoy being the guy with the selfie stick walking around trying to get footage of the toy show. And I know people love that stuff, and I know it gets tons of views. I don't enjoy it, and I'm really getting to a point where I'm not going to do stuff just to do it. You may have noticed my social media, Needless Things and Phantom Troublemaker on Instagram, are a little different. There've actually been sort of more posts in a weird way. But like Audible Interlude, I'm just not on there very much because I'm just not interested in the grind of social media. And if that hurts our following or whatever, so be it. I'm sick of doing stuff that I don't enjoy doing. So my days of forcing myself to do things like get footage of the booths and sellers at a convention, I think are pretty much done. I'm going to keep doing what I enjoy doing, and if people follow that, if people dig that, then cool. Like, I love doing toy reviews. I love talking about toys. I love interviewing people. I don't enjoy walking around getting what essentially amounts to B-roll. It's just not my bag. So Riley and I had a great time. We were relaxed. It was jam-packed when we got there, and then it thinned out just a little bit. But had a really good time. Got to hang out with Chris from Grindhouse Toys a little bit. Got one of his Sergeant Spectre pillow buddy things based on the old WWF buddies, which is great. Nice and soft. Real quality product. I recommend you, if you run into him at a convention, I don't think he's shipping them, But if you run into him live, grab one of those things. He's got 3 different ones, and they're fantastic. Got to talk to a bunch of people. Talked to Kelly from Second Chance. Always enjoy talking to him. Saw some familiar faces. Just had fun. We were there for a few hours, and then kind of both agreed. I got a bunch of Battle Beasts, which I'll talk about on Audible Interlude. But then we kind of both agreed, like, you know what? We feel good. We've gotten a couple of things. We've seen pretty much everything. Let's head home a little early. So we headed home a little early. We stopped by Walmart. Riley is in the process of just packing up tons of stuff. He's trying to just move his space around. He's 18. He wants, you know how it is. You remember how it is. He wants to move some space around, change up some things in his places in the house. So we got a bunch of totes. He's going to pack some stuff up, and I'm looking into actually getting a storage unit. But for the time being, we've got enough space down here where we can store probably a dozen totes relatively comfortably. But I do need to look into getting an actual storage unit. So then Saturday night continued. I'm rewatching all of Stranger Things, and it's fantastic. It's great in anticipation of the 5th and final season. I'm in season 4 right now, and it's just so good. Season 3, I think, is my favorite, largely because of the presence of Starcourt Mall, which was, of course, filmed at Gwinnett Place Mall, where I worked for years and have so many wonderful memories of that. But season 3 was really good. Season 4 is also very, very good. Overall, as much of the pop culture phenomenon as the first season was, and as it has been since, I don't think I remembered the later seasons quite as fondly as I did the first season. But with the exception of the first half of season 2, which is a little slow, it's all great. It's a great show. And I'm really happy they're wrapping it up at 5 seasons, because that's going to be a nice just selection of media, of good show. It's great. If you haven't rewatched it, rewatch it. It's my recommendation. So then today, got up and drove to Charlie's Collectibles show in Stone Mountain, Georgia, for the Labubu Mini-Con. The missus gets a kick out of the Labubu things, and myself, as a fan of the art of toys, I don't own any Labubus or any Labubu-centric items, but they're interesting to me. They're basically modern Munchie-Cheese. I had a Munchie-Cheese when I was a kid, and they're interesting. I thought it would be fun to go down there and just see what was there. And it wasn't quite as much as I think we were both hoping for, but they had somebody down there tattooing Labubus. They had little clothes and shoes. Tons of different varieties of, like, the bootleg ones. I don't even know if anything counts as bootleg. I don't know enough about, like, because the original legit real ones are like the monsters, I think, and then there are all kinds of knockoff ones. I don't really know. I just enjoyed going down there and checking out something new. And then I got myself a deal on the Plasma Series Ghostbusters, the wave with Zool and Gozer, and then I need Spangler. I got Ray, Winston, and Peter. They didn't have an Egon, so that's the only thing I need in order to make the Vince Clortho Terror Hound. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get them, because my Ecto 1 review goes up Tuesday. My review of the figures that came with it goes up Wednesday. But I didn't buy any of the Plasma Series Ghostbusters at the time because I didn't have any faith in Hasbro to do anything beyond the core stuff. Like, they really didn't get into ghosts very well. So I just didn't bother with it because I've got the Mezco ones, and they're the best Ghostbusters figures ever made, in my opinion. But I saw those today for cheaper than they originally were, and certainly cheaper than that rooftop battle set that's coming out. And I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and get this, because who knows if they'll do Dana as Zool and Gozer. Who knows if they'll do those again. The figures that come with the Ecto and the rooftop battle figures all have pens, so they're outdated like these are. It's not like they're upgrades, really. More on these later, but I got a deal. I got a deal on them, so pretty thrilled about that. And it was almost my leftover comfort with haggling from yesterday was still around today, because normally in a retail, like it's the same type of sellers that you get at a toy convention, but normally in a more retail environment, I'm not necessarily going to haggle. But I thought, why not? Fuck it. Why not? Why not ask them if they'll do this price for these? What's the harm in that? And sure enough, I got a deal. So that's cool. I've got those to open up. I might do a short on them or something. I'm not going to do full reviews because I have got such a stack of stuff to review. It is insane. And all my Skeletron stuff, or RoboSkull stuff, arrived today, which is 3 Wolf Troopers, the pilot set or whatever it's called, the Night Mask. So even more. Mainframe and Sci-Fi from the newest Classified wave just arrived. It's nuts, you guys. I've got so much to review. I have, if I didn't buy anything else right now for the rest of the year, I have enough stuff to last me beyond New Year's Day as far as reviews go. It's ridiculous how specifically Hasbro, but a lot of these companies are just flooding us right here at the end of the year. And then tonight, well, I'm recording this right now, and then tonight, improv class again, and then we're going to watch Welcome to Derry, which I've been mostly enjoying, and then I'm going to get caught up on The Chair Company, which I love, but I think 2 episodes, well, including tonight's episode, I'm 2 episodes behind. But if you like weird stuff, I highly recommend The Chair Company, even if you don't like, what's his name, Tim... I can't think of his name. Even if you don't like that guy, but you do like weird stuff, give this show a shot. It's my favorite thing that he's done because it's him, it's his weirdness, but it's curated, if that makes sense. So to me, it's a little more palatable than some of the other things I've seen him do. So check that out. And then next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm working full days, working on a project I've got consulting. It's fantastic. I'm so excited. And it's exciting to be able to focus on one thing, because that's what this is now, is here's this project that we can use your talents on. Let us know how much time you spend on it and bill us. It's amazing. And that's this microphone I'm going to be using with this project. So that's so much exciting stuff going on. And then, of course, Thursday is Thanksgiving. So Thursday and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll take off. And then next week, I plan to work a full week. Things are good. Things are good. I'm busy. I'm so busy, but it's a good busy. And I'm controlling how busy I am. So like I said, Saturday, last night, I just sat and watched Stranger Things for a few hours, and it was fine because I knew exactly what I had to get done, when I had to get it done, what was ahead. I am in complete control of my schedule right now, and it's incredible. Getting enough sleep is amazing. Knowing what's coming, whether it's the podcast or Audible Interlude or this consulting gig or whatever, knowing 90% what's coming is amazing. Knowing I'm not going to get into the office, which, by the way, I don't go to an office. They don't have an office. But knowing I'm not going to go to the office in the morning and have some fucking shit fest waiting for me that I wasn't expecting. I'm just, I don't want to, I'm not necessarily a believer in jinxing things, but I also believe you can focus too much on positives. But right now, life is pretty incredible, and I'm savoring it while I can. So there you go. And if you would like to savor something, then you can savor I think the most fun panel that we do at Dragon Con every year, Panel of Adventure. It's where myself and the con buddies get together and we do a dramatic reading of a Choose Your Own Adventure book that the audience chooses what we do. It's just wonderful. Here it is, Panel of Adventure from Dragon Con 2025. Enjoy.
DragonCon is once again matching dollar for dollar every donation that comes in this weekend, up to $125,000.
150.
Oh, 150. Well, this piece of paper.
Can I hear two?
Okay, thank you.
During the con, it went up.
Good.
Very nice.
We will be selling these beautiful original books for charity at the end. So if you would like a copy of this exciting book that you're about to be a part of, please come up at the end. So,
Is it called The Lost Jewels of Nabooti?
Nabooti, but don't you worry. We'll be making that mistake a lot.
And then the booty.
So, welcome
booty.
everyone to the panel of adventure. Who's been here before? Thank you for coming back. And if this is your first time here, welcome and thank you for joining us. We will be reading an original 1982 Choose Your Own Adventure book by the prolific R.A. Montgomery. He wrote a lot of these things. So if you were a child in the 80s or even early 90s, you probably are familiar with his work. So how this is going to work is we are going to take turns. Well, I'm going to get us started. Then I'm going to start keeping track of where we are in the book so that if we make some choices, we can Prince of Persia Sands of Time this thing and rewind, go back and make some new choices, whether they're good or bad. Usually they're bad. All our choices are bad here.
We only make bad choices.
We only make bad choices.
Yes.
But you, the audience, will get to decide where this adventure goes. We're not going to be in charge. You are in charge. So whatever happens, remember it's your fault. So, The Lost Jewels of Nabooti.
We won't get that wrong.
We won't ever get that wrong. We are going to get started. Beware and warning. This book is different from other books. You and you alone are in charge of what happens in this story. There are dangers, choices, adventures, and consequences. You, it's always capitalized. It makes it seem like it's yelling. You must use all of your numerous talents and much of your enormous intelligence. I'm so glad you guys are
We're
making
in
the
trouble.
decisions.
Yeah, we're not going to make it.
If we were making the decisions, yeah, it would be bad. The wrong decision could end in disaster, even death. But don't despair. At any time, you, capitalized again, can go back and make another choice, alter the path of your story, and change its results. You are about to embark on a search with your cousins, Peter and Lucy. Jewels with power almost and beyond human imagining have disappeared from a museum show in Paris. Or did the jewels ever even make it out of Africa? How did they disappear from Paris if they were in Africa? I already have questions. And what does your uncle have to do with it?
Who knows?
Why are you asking me, book?
Sounds like trauma.
It's time to buckle down and do some good old-fashioned detective work, but watch your back. Halfway through your summer vacation, you get an urgent telegram. It was the
To
80s.
kids, that's like
The
what
19s.
used to be a text message.
The 1980s, not the 1880s. I don't know why they're sending telegrams.
It was urgent.
It was urgent.
Yes.
An urgent telegram from your cousins, Peter and Lucy. Need your help finding the Jewels of Nabooti. Fly to Boston at once. Bring passport. Danger. Be careful. Peter and Lucy.
Passport for Boston.
Yeah.
Have you been to Boston?
It was a different time. After reading the telegram several times, you are still puzzled because the telegram didn't give you any information. You remember the jewels. Who could forget them? 2 diamonds shone like the sun's reflection off a glacier, and the 2 rubies were like the eyes of a jungle creature at night. Peter's father had bought them from a trader in Morocco many years ago. The trader had been nervous about the sale, but also anxious to get rid of the jewels. 2 days later, Peter's father had returned to the Casbah to ask more about the jewels, only to find the stall closed.
And also to rock it.
A small sign announced the sad and unfortunate death of the stall owner, Mr. Abdul Saeed. That same day, he received a letter at his hotel demanding the return of the jewels. The letter warned him that his life was in danger if he did not return them. He ignored the letter, but he always hinted about the strange and mysterious powers the stones held. Peter and Lucy tell you the jewels have been stolen from a museum show in Paris. What can you do to help your cousins find them? What can you do? You're a little kid.
With a passport.
With a passport. You pack your bags and leave your house in New Orleans to fly to Boston. You glance over your shoulder, nervously searching for followers. Peter and Lucy meet you at the airport. We don't have much time, Peter announces. If you agree to help, take the plane to Paris tomorrow afternoon. From Paris, you'll fly to Morocco. You'll have to hurry. Now, I'm going to do my best to try and show you guys the pictures, because
It's honestly hard to understand it from
there
this
are,
close.
I don't
there
know
are
this.
some amazingly
Yeah, well,
bad
because
pictures.
that's not
the right
page.
page.
Like when I was first reading through this book, I wondered if the people drawing these pictures had ever seen a human face before.
It's pretty cool.
But Peter, you complain, I don't understand what this is all about.
I think it's like
Oh, wait.
Bill Gates buying a
Yeah.
Cobra or something. I don't know what's happening.
You will when you read this letter. Here, it reads, "The jewels of Nabooti are 4 keys to the hidden wisdom and wealth of a secret African tribe. Those who have the jewels either enjoy health and fame or they suffer agony beyond belief. The current owners of the jewels must stand guard against their being lost or stolen. They must wait to hand them over to the appointed messengers of Nabooti. Loss of the jewels could mean death. You are puzzled by this letter because it doesn't explain anything." Peter and Lucy try to reassure you, but the truth is that their lives have been threatened if they continue to search for the jewels. They have asked you to search for the jewels because you are unknown to the thieves. You will be relatively safe as anyone can be on the trail of the jewels of Nabooti. So now we have our first choice to make, friends.
Okay.
We can either agree to this plan and get on that plane to Paris, or demand more time and information and help.
Plane!
I feel we know everything we need to know.
You reckless people, I'm with it.
All right, are we going to Paris?
We're going to Paris.
Information's for chumps. That's right. We know all about Paris. So.
Exactly.
All right. Fasten your seatbelts. Put your seats back in the upright position. Turn off all electronic devices.
Wait, what?
Flight 231 for Paris is ready for takeoff. This flight attendant explains emergency procedures, but you only listen with half an ear. Then there is a roar of the jet engines as the plane rushes down the runway and leaps into the air. Turning away from the small plane window, you notice that the person sitting next to you is doodling on a pad. Long, narrow fingers grasp a gold pen tightly. They are bloodless white. What is creepier is they have no nails.
Better than mom.
You sneak a closer look at his face, and you see eyes that reflect no light, a thin mouth showing no lines at the corners, and a closely shaven jaw. A mustache hides a scar that runs from his nostril to the corner of his mouth. You look down, and you see scribbles on the pad that are diamond-shaped. They seem to spell out the words, Nabooti! It's all caps. A shiver of fear races through you. This cannot be a coincidence. The person next to you certainly knows who you are. He, too, must be looking for the missing jewels.
Oh, you
Turn to
think?
7.
What
Oh,
in
and then
the-
there's this...
This is not the person that was just described on the previous page.
This is the bad guy from Last Action Hero.
He has fingernails and he has a beard.
He's driving a car. All right, fatigue overcomes you with fear, and you fall into a troubled sleep. When you awaken, you are over the English Channel, descending towards Paris. Would you care to share a taxi into Paris, my friend? It is the man next to you. You start at his words. You start at his words as through a knife that were tickling the back of your neck. Why, I don't know. Where are you going? It is a pretty lame way to deliver your answer, but you need to have some fast thinking. The stranger fixes you with an eerie stare and says, "We are searching for the same thing. I need your help and you need mine." You have a sudden vision of a strange man, and he's beckoning you into his taxi.
And it's a really strange looking man.
Is this like Final Destination?
So, will you accept his offer for the cab ride?
Yes.
Oh, what? Chill out. I haven't said the other thing. Did you see the guy?
We're just leaping into a cab with this guy and a guy with no fingernails is coming with you.
Or
Does he have candy?
we can make an excuse and refuse his help.
Coward. No.
I think
Stranger danger?
I think we have to go with get in a strange cab.
All right. A row of taxis meets you at the entrance of the airport. You and your strange companion jump into one and roar off to the center of Paris. The ride is fast and dangerous. Your driver doesn't seem to think that there are any rules to the road. Actually, I've been to Paris and there are not, for the record. Then you are standing on the sidewalk in front of a small cafe. Your companion motions to a waiter inside and tells you, "One moment, all is ready." The waiter scurries away only to return a minute later with 2 glasses and a note asking you to meet a man named Malatawa at
like
the
a French
table in the back of the restaurant. He is our contact here in Paris. Listen to what he says, but be careful. Watch the doors and windows. Our enemies are about. Are we just not questioning who this fingernail-less guy is?
Are we still a kid?
We're a child with a man with no fingernails and like lidless eyes or something, and we're just cool with that?
Wait, so we're not this dude in the Izod shirt from the first picture? That's not us?
No,
they
that's
were the
Bill
kid on
Gates.
the cover.
That's Bill Gates.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to either take a seat on the left near the door, or we're going to sit with our back to the wall.
That doesn't seem like a really important decision with everything that's happening so far.
going on.
There's a real nail biter there.
Oh. What happened?
Back to the wall.
Are you
All
going
right.
to turn this way or that way?
Back to the wall? Back to the wall?
Now you guys are being safe. Now.
Yeah, now that we've just been with this child predator in this car who has no fingernails. Yeah,
He
you
needs children.
Right. Fingernails.
You remember reading somewhere that it is safest if you sit with your back to the wall. That way no one can sneak up on you from behind. The waiter hovers over your table for a minute, taking your order. Then Malatawa appears. At least you assume that it's Malatawa. And takes a seat next to you.
So
He is
we're
a
not even going to try to confirm who this is?
You could just be like, "Hey man, what's your
He
name?"
just looks like a Malatawa.
You know what they say about assuming. You end up sitting next to someone who may or may not be Molotov.
That is true. He is a handsome man of about 25 years of age. There are tribal scars on his cheeks, 2 rows of 3 lines each. The multicolored African shirt fits loosely over his frame. Thank you for agreeing to meet with me. It's good that you came. Perhaps we could recover the lost jewels with each other's help. You nod in general agreement. But who are you?
Finally, we've asked who someone is.
Question.
Interacting with the third adult male as a child here.
Malatawa looks at you for a moment and then says, I am a prince of the ancient Nabooti tribe. We ruled a large region of Africa for many, many years before Africa
Let's take the voices down.
was taken by European countries. We were fair and just. The jewels are a powerful symbol of our leadership. They have magic powers. They can confuse the evildoers and stop the bad. We must have them back to continue our work. You are impressed with his words and his princely bearing. If you wish, you can meet my father, the king, here in Paris. Or you can go now to Senegal, where my people are. So, do we go to Senegal? Or do we meet Malatawa's father?
So Morocco is off the table.
Apparently it's not going to
Until we
Morocco
die,
anymore.
anyway.
Yeah.
I say meet the king.
So do we go to Senegal?
Meet the father.
King?
Or do we meet the king?
Daddy up!
Are we gonna daddy up? I guess we're gonna daddy up.
So we're meeting the king?
34.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you never meet with Malatawa's father while waiting for the metro, or subway, to take you across Paris to the king. Two men posing as street musicians push you off the platform. You fall onto the third rail, electrocuted! Oh my God. For you. Too bad!
The end.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
That's a lot of fun.
So I love that you die and the book's response is too bad.
I understand everybody's got a lot of questions, but we didn't write this, so I don't know.
All right, so I guess we're.
Should we go to Senegal?
I think we should go to Senegal.
Let's go to Senegal 30.
Oh no, that's Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Senegal, a beautiful country on Africa's Atlantic coast, was a French colony until its independence in 1959. It has been relatively peaceful with a healthy economy. You soon find yourself in Dakar, the busy and colorful capital of this West African country. Come with me, my friend. Here in Dakar, you will be safe. All the people know the jewels of Nabooti. We will be helped wherever we ask for it. Just as you enter the Grand Hotel, a siren shrieks, and both of you spin to see a car scream around the corner. It's headed right for the hotel. Only, there is one problem. There is no one in it.
Waymo!
It's a Waymo, yeah, it is. And it smashes into the hotel lobby.
It's a Waymo.
Barely, yeah. And it barely misses you and Malatawa. All right, so this is weird. This is a weird choice. Was this an accident? If you think it was an accident, turn to page 50. If you think it was not an accident, turn to 48.
So was this an accident or not an accident?
It was an accident, I think.
It was an accident?
I thought we were making bad choices.
Not an accident?
All right.
Okay. This was a phony accident if you ever saw one. Two policemen arrived and explained that it was a terrible mistake. The police driver stepped out of the car and forgot to put on the emergency brake. But did he also put a brick on the gas pedal? Okay. They are embarrassed and they apologize for the accident. You're not satisfied with the quick explanation and apology. Something is wrong. You decide to examine the wrecked car.
So he's like a detective now?
Wait, so we're turning to page 50 next. Page 50 was the other choice before. So we're going to the same place.
We just had a little more dialogue.
Yeah.
Regardless of the choice.
They needed one more page for the page count.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we'll throw another choice in
To
there.
meet his contract. You cross the lobby to the car and open the door. Pinned to the steering wheel is a note with your name on it.
What?
It reads, "We won't give up. Go back where you belong." There's a sign of two crosses at the bottom. You're not sure just what it means, but you're sure that it spells nothing good for you. I mean, clearly it's not welcome to Senegal, all right? The moment you leave the hotel, you are surrounded by police officers who claim that this police car was stolen only minutes before. And again, artist has never seen human beings ever.
I don't know.
One of them says, the note is addressed to you. You must come with us to police headquarters. Stealing an official car is serious business. So is he suggesting that I stole the car
That came into a window in front of me.
and wrote a note, "Dear me, go home"? Okay, anyway.
It's the perfect crime.
Yes.
I would have never expected it.
Yeah.
You protest, but they refuse to listen to you. Off you go to see the commissioner of police. Should you tell them about the lost jewels, or should you pretend to know nothing? You decide to come clean and tell the whole story. Never tell the whole story to the police.
We didn't
Ask
even get
for a
choice.
lawyer.
That felt
Say
like
nothing.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
The chief of police listens politely to your story. He tells you that he too believes the jewels of Nabooti and will help you recover them. Allow me to introduce you to my aide, Uobessa Soul 1.
Wow.
A Senegalese, I didn't write it, I'm just reading it. A Senegalese from the north by the Senegal River. You shake hands with Uobessa. He presents you with 3 options on your quest.
Whoa, unprecedented.
Hey, we're going crazy.
Well, they're
So,
making up for not
never
giving
had
us a choice
3
earlier.
before.
we can consult a shaman.
That makes
Ask no
sense.
questions.
We can try to make contact with the booty on our own. Or we can search Drakkar Noir. So, shaman,
All this makes sense.
contact the booty, or search Drakkar Noir.
Is that
Shaman?
You guys want some of those good shaman drugs, don't you?
All right, we're going to see the shaman on page 68.
Wait, what do we choose?
Shaman.
The Charmaine.
Yeah, don't squeeze him. Yeah.
You got squoze by the cops.
You are adventurous, no doubt about that. A shaman is another word for a witch doctor. You and
Well, it's you know.
I just wanted to mansplain that to you,
I don't know if you guys know this.
Somewhat more
Not really
culturally
correct.
acceptable term.
okay?
Yeah, it's an old book.
Just to refresh everyone, we would like to mention this was written in the 80s.
Yeah.
1880.
You and Wabessa rent an old Land Rover and drive out of the city. Within 20 kilometers of Dakar, the road turns to the deep, red, clay-like earth so characteristic of equatorial Africa. Huge trees, some over 30 meters in height, shade the road. Road not the best, but we will be there by nightfall. Want some papaya juice?
So do we drink? No, I'm just kidding.
Papaya juice?
Is that a choice?
No, I
No,
wish
it's
it
not.
was.
I wasn't laughing.
No, we're drinking quietly. It is Wabessa talking. You shake your head, then change your mind and accept a couple of untested views.
Those are completely unnecessary words in this book.
He's paid by the letter.
The Land Rover bumps along, and finally you arrive at a small village. There are 23 circular huts in roughly the same size. They surround a slightly larger hut. It is this larger hut that you and Wabessa head.
It's literally the page before. There you go. Yeah.
No, it's still you.
Yeah, every choice.
Oh, that's right. You have to stoop to enter. Sitting in the darkness is an old man. He is dressed in a simple, worn khaki shirt and shorts. He is barefoot. Come in, sit down. The old man does not even look up at you. His eyes are closed. I have been waiting for you. He hands you a black cup with 6 chicken bones, 2 parrot feathers, and the tooth of a hyena. Throw these on the floor. You do as he commands.
So this child is like, well, that's definitely a hyena's tooth. I am a hyena expert.
Right.
I'm from Boston and or New Orleans.
Right.
Anyway.
2 or 3 days old.
It is. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
No, it-
6 chicken bones and the hyena tooth. Yeah, that's good.
Throw these on the floor. You do as he commands, and the bones, feathers, and tooth form a pattern that is barely discernible in the dim light. He opens his eyes and studies the patterns of the object. Then he says, "The mountains of the moon bear the secret of your search, but so too do the upper waters of the great Zaire River. Look for the sign of the snake and the mask of the crocodile." Then he closes his eyes and leans back in a trance. So, do we go to the mountains of the moon? Or do we travel to the headwaters of the Zaire River?
We just got here.
We're moving. We are moving around people.
Eventually, we might go to Morocco still. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, hands for the mountains. Hands for mountains. Hands for Zaire River.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's so close.
I think it's Zaire.
Division.
I think we're going to make some noise. Make some noise for the mountains. Make some noise for the river.
All right, we're going to the
We're
river.
going to the river. We'll probably be back.
Oh, we need a crocodile.
There's more in the river.
The Zaire River is a mighty, wide river flowing from the highlands of Central Africa down to the sea. Many tributaries run into the Zaire. Cataracts and falls make journeys on parts of the Zaire difficult, and floating water lilies provide an eerie beauty. Crocodiles lie half submerged, ready to snap at the unwary. Hand-hewn canoes called pirogues are pulled by fishermen. Was this a travel guide? River steamers loaded with people and goods travel up and down the navigable parts of the river. You and Ubesa fly to Kinshasa and book passage on the River King. You climb aboard just as it casts off. The big paddle wheels churn the brown water. You watch them, almost hypnotized at the sight.
I'm confused. How did we get from the river onto an airplane? Okay, sorry.
I think it's just a fast boat.
In this one paragraph, we were on a canoe, a paddle boat, and an airplane.
There's a lot happening. Hang on. 4 days later, you and Ubesa disembark.
Time jump.
We've just been laying on the boat.
At Lilingali, the end of the line. Now you must travel by a small boat paddled by men from the village. 4 more days of endless travel. Can we stop for a moment? 4 more days is defining a period of time. It is not endless. 4 more days of endless travel lead you deeper into the jungle. You have heard tales of a man called Kurtz.
Wait a minute.
Wait, isn't this Apocalypse Now?
Now.
Yes.
It is rumored that he holds the jewels of Nabooti.
How do we know that?
What the hell?
It's rumor.
It's rumored.
Because it's rumor.
Yeah, it's rumor.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
It's a very popular rumor.
Everybody knows
Then
that.
why did they think
It was on TikTok.
Why did
A lot happened in the 8 days. Something.
Mr. Kurtz, he's dead. A pity for the old guy. It is an African man talking. You stare at a ramshackle building surrounded by the jungle. He continues, but he left a package for people he said would one day come. It is there. Perhaps you are the ones. The package contains the jewels of Nabooti.
We're so smart.
Newspapers that are 4 stones. They glow with an inner warmth that makes you feel good inside. There is beauty and power in these stones. They are symbols of strength and peace.
Biohazard.
The end.
We won. We found Kurtz, but he's dead. We'll go back.
We got this ultimatum.
Yeah, why
I think it's time to
do we have to go to Morocco?
We traveled for 8 days where we didn't get to participate, and then we win.
We didn't have to do anything except sit on boats and planes.
Yeah, but the third
So we need to go to
We're
Facebook.
going to 90.
Yeah, got it.
Going to 90.
We're going to the mountains of the moon.
Go to the mountains. We're going to the mountains.
All right. The mountains of the moon are in the Rwenzori mountain chain. Only a few years ago, these high peaks were snow covered. It's a truly rare sight in tropical Africa. But now, with the climate warming, even back then, the climate was warming, yeah, sub-Saharan Africa is losing the snow that once crowned its highest peaks. You and Ubesa travel by plane, truck, and then finally foot.
Whoa.
Until you stand at the base of the highest peak in Rwenzori.
Did it take 4 days?
It didn't tell that time, but it felt endless. The tropical forest is brilliant, shining green, and the flowering plants flash yellow and red. Giant ferns and huge plants surround you in Ubesa. You have heard that there is a guide service to the peaks of the mountains of the moon. But when you reach the small wooden hut with the rusty metal roof, no one is there. On a wooden table inside of the hut, there's a map of the main peaks showing routes in several overnight huts. One is marked red. Everybody got this? You following? Okay. Underneath,
marked red, or it's marked with a red pen. Like, did they literally just write on it? It says red.
I think it just says red.
Marked in red.
In red.
They didn't have a red pen, so they did a black pen, but they wrote red.
Right.
So everybody knew what they meant.
This is red.
Yeah. Underneath is a crude line drawing of 4 jewels. You look at each other, and a rat scurries across the eastern floor of the hut.
The earthen floor.
Yeah. And, far off, there is a sound of drums. The beat is steady, rich, and hypnotic. You decide to wait for the guide. Turn to page 111.
Could have been a choice.
Oh my God, we're going to the drum circle.
That sounds fun. The afternoon shadows soon fall across the small glade. It is dark underneath the giant ferns and trees. The drums have not ceased. Occasionally you hear the sounds of birds and other animals. Ubessa, I don't like this. I mean, what are we doing here?
Are we doing?
We don't even know what we're looking for, Ubessa. Ubessa turns and stares at the darkening jungle. He says, it's too early to tell.
I'll tell you later.
Too early to tell early, or I don't know, man. You want to go to Boston?
At what time can you tell me?
Yeah. You point to the map on the table and the drawing of the jewels. Okay, so we head there, but what then? I mean, way up in the mountains, look, the place is marked as high as 14,000 feet. He agrees, and the two of you choose ice axes, ropes, packs, and crampons. What is that?
They're for your feet.
Okay, I had to ask my wife. It sounded like she would know. Crampons for the supply stacks in the corner of the room. How weird to have to plan for an alpine climb in Africa. You trudge off following the path through the ferns. The crampons are clacking in the pack.
Crampons be clacking.
They be clacking. The rope feels heavy on your shoulders. After an hour, you notice that the ferns are gone and the scrub brush dots the landscape. Rocks and cliffs soar in front of you. The trail changes to rock. The trail changes to rock, and you must scramble up. Then you are on a cliff. You and Ubessa inch up to the face, roped together. This is growing difficult. Yowie! You slip.
You know how when you slip, you just go, yowie!
It happens to me all the time. It's just normal. Knuckles smash against rough rock. Blood bubbles to the surface.
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
We're still a kid?
Yeah, we're still a kid.
We're a really
We
amazing
have bubbly
kid who
blood,
can rock
yeah.
climb.
The rope attached to Ubessa tautens, stretches, and holds. You are safe. You huddle against the rock face, catching your breath. At the top of the cliff, you leave the rock face, cross snowfields, and climb steeply. The sun beats down on you. It reflects on the snow and blinds you. You have no sunglasses. You brought everything else, but you didn't bring sunglasses. Then you see it. It's a small mountain hut made out of aluminum. It's an emergency shelter. Why did I say it like that? It's an emergency shelter. Across the doorway are 3 chicken bones and 2 dead mice. That's the screams.
That's another ICP song.
That is. Yeah. I know all their songs. They're so good. They're my favorite clown posse. But yeah, so across the doorway, there are 3 chicken bones, and out of all of them, there's several. I've seen like 10 today. Ubessa screams, "Don't touch it! This is magic! It's a curse and a warning. It means death to enter."
Okay, so first of all, if you go up to a building that has dead rats pinned to the door of it, I mean, you don't need somebody to tell you that maybe you shouldn't touch it or go in there. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
don't touch the dead rats.
There is a picture right there of the rats.
He's clearly a moronic child.
Well, yeah. So we can ignore the warning and we can just go into the hut.
Yes.
Or,
Touch the rat.
or we can touch the rat. No, I'm just kidding. Or you can heed Ubessa and you can refuse to enter.
Never. In the hut.
Touch the rat?
Touching that rat.
Touching the rat. All right.
Don't trust adults.
These are the kind of people that sit on the floor in the Marriott.
Which we were doing earlier.
So I touch the rat, lick my hand, and touch the rat again.
Is that for you or the rat?
For both of us. We're getting our vibes straight.
All right.
You cross the threshold. Nothing happens. Stupid dead rats. Your eyes grow accustomed to the gloom. It's a small hut with enough room for 6 people in sleeping bags. you know what? We're very analytical. We're like, clearly 6 people in sleeping bags.
Well, that's how you measure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Americans will do anything but the metric system. 6 people in sleeping bags. All right, there we go.
That's at least 6 people in sleeping bags.
It's a typical high-altitude mountaineering hut. There's a low table in the center. You and Obessa approach it. There they are, the fabled jewels of the booty. This is the most boring adventure.
You're right there. You're on a
Found
table.
him.
I want to get
And
abducted
also-
by aliens.
They are on a table. They're just hanging out.
Yeah.
Maybe the jewels
two-
friends we made along the way.
2 rubies as red as the glistening tongue of a cobra.
Everyone knows that, right?
That's not how cobra tongues work. And 2 diamonds that shimmer like the sunlight reflecting on a mirror. We are running out of metaphors.
I think that's an Elton John song.
Yes.
Sunlight in the Mirror.
You and Obessa stare in disbelief. You reach out to touch them. Zonk! You are hit with a bolt of lightning!
What?
Zonk is the sound that a bolt of lightning makes when it hits a human being.
I've been struck by lightning, I know.
Zonk!
Hold on. This is Nabooty lightning. It's
Yeah, Nabooty
that
lightning
is-
does make a zonk
Hit with
sound.
that lightning
I'm
from
sorry.
Nabooty, it's a
I'm sorry.
different noise.
Yes,
That's
that's
valid.
my bad. That is my bad. The energy in the lightning momentarily paralyzes you.
Momentarily?
Okay.
Just for a
In a
second.
hut. Sounds good.
It also momentarily kills you.
Shake it off.
The jewels of Nabooty vanish. The sky is clear of clouds. You will never lay your hands on the jewels. The end.
What the fuck?
I don't know, I didn't write it.
The lightning stopped us and made the jewels vanish. That happens.
So I think we need to maybe go back to here.
That's where I was taking us.
All right,
All right, guys, so
back to page 51.
we got down this path of by consulting a shaman. So when we had our 3 choices earlier, we have 2 different ones now. So we either need to directly contact the tribe of Nabooty or head on to Dakar.
The car?
But we've already taken Dakar, we've taken DePlane, we've taken... Sorry.
Dodged a wham. Which went wham.
Alright, 72. The car is beautiful and confusing. Like the boat.
Yes.
Old buildings from past ages stand next to modern hotels and offices. Certain high vantage points give a magnificent view of the Atlantic Ocean and the island of Gori, the infamous gathering point in the slave trade. Tall, handsome people in Western dress and African garb move about. Flowers and palms line the streets. You begin at the university by examining the index cards in the library catalog files.
I mean, books are for losers. Just read the index cards.
Nabooty is listed as a tribe, a religion, a man, a region, and a place. You could spend your life in the library, but you want action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There is a listing of the tourist guide for a trip to the beautiful beaches at Club Nabooty.
Club Nabooty.
So, do we take the trip to Club Nabooty?
No. It says take a trip or rent a car and drive to
Oh,
Nabooty.
drive yourself. Ah, okay.
8 years old.
So we're either going to take a tourist trip, either a tourist trip to Club the Booty, or rent a car. Our 12-year-old self is going to rent a car
Hell yeah.
to drive to Club Booty.
We can't party.
Party bus.
Party bus to the Booty?
Party bus.
Which one are we doing?
96.
96. I'm telling you, we're the Izod guy from that first picture. We're not actually a child. Oh.
That's what children look like in age.
Come on.
You're not wrong, sir.
People age different.
Yes.
Club Nabooty is jammed. People from Brazil.
I'm sorry. Hold on. The booty is jammed. Go on, sir.
And just jamming them into the booty. People from Brazil, Germany, Japan, Canada, and other countries, large and small, crowd the gigantic swimming pool, occupy all the tables in the outdoor restaurant, fill the tennis courts, and cover the beach. The flash of credit cards and the jingle of change on the gaming tables underline that this place is for the very rich.
Then why are they gambling with change?
A man invites you into his office. When you mention the jewels of Nabooti, he laughs, slaps you on the back, and says, "Sure, we had them, but we sold them to pay for the new addition to the club."
Sure.
You don't think that's very funny. The end.
I think we should rent a car, right?
Yeah, I think we should rent the car.
All right. So we're going to rewind. I think we're going to have to try and contact the Nabooty ourselves, guys.
Yeah, let's go straight to the booty.
Oh, okay.
Let's get our booty on.
I mean, normally I wouldn't recommend it, but in some circumstances, that's the way to go.
Right to the booty. Second thought, let's not go to the club. It's a silly place.
All right. Where should you look for the Nabooty tribe? There isn't any listing in the phone directory. Wow.
Did we really look in his phone book under NAB?
Then you realize they have no fax number.
No fax
They have no email address, and they have no website.
Hello, Mr. Nabooty.
They are a nomadic tribe that wanders from the northern part of Senegal to Chad to the edge of the Sahara. An article in the local newspaper catches your eye. The Nabooty tribe was reported headed towards Lake Chad. That's, I know. You rent a twin-engine light plane and fly it. Okay, so he's not a kid. I think we all realize I think Dave's right. It's the guy from the beginning. But he is a pilot.
Clearly.
So he rents this plane.
Free-range parent.
And he's going to fly to the huge shallow lake just south of the Sahara. The pilot swoops down low over the water, and an enormous flock of flamingos take off, turning the horizon a beautiful shade of pink. You read the guide.
Did they explode?
It's snowing down flamingos. You read the guidebook you brought with you, and it warns the traveler, don't swim in this lake. It is filled with parasites that can kill you. Can't wait for this. Your plane crosses airspace held by a revolutionary guerrilla group. You are forced to land at an unused airstrip near the old French town called Fort Lamy. Lamy? I should know this in French. Home of the Foreign Legion. When you land the plane, you are surrounded by people with rifles. We can try to take off again, okay? Or we can get out of the plane and hold your hand up in a signal of peace.
That would go great. Are we from the west side or the east side? Get out there. Because that signal of peace might be
All right, so we decided we're going to just try to take off again?
We're going for peace?
Oh, peace. Okay.
All right.
Nothing will go wrong.
So I'm going to bring us, You strike a bargain with the leader of this band of cutthroats. They lead you to the Nabooty tribe camped peacefully on the shores of Chad. The jewels have been returned. The power of peace is flowing in the world. Congratulations on a job well done. I brought you world peace. That's the end.
You guys are great at this. We've won like 12 times now.
What? They get our left?
Best crowd ever. You guys are awesome.
Can we please read what happens if he tries to take off again?
Okay. It's really quick. Release the brakes. Kick the rudder pedals hard left. Push the throttles full forward. Bump down the strip. Bullets rip through the thin metal skin of the plane. You make it into the air and dash for the border away from Chad. But your plane runs out of fuel and you land in a desolate, almost desert area. You have very little water, no food, and no little prince to help you. The end.
Everybody needs a little prince.
Was there an option to have a little prince with us? Because I missed that part of the book. Was it in our pocket? It was in Nabooti, apparently. All right, let's.
All up in the
And also, the picture there is just like, foot on the pedal.
It's a foot on a pedal. Why is that a picture we
It's like a bike.
It looks like a bicycle pedal. That's why we couldn't get off the ground, because we're on a bicycle.
Because this 8-year-old doesn't know the difference between a bike and a plane.
All right, where are we going back
We
to?
got to go pretty far back at this point because we've been through so many of these choices already, and they all lead to the same place. So,
the sign of the crocodile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
What happened to the cousin?
What
happened to the
Yeah, why is
We have never gotten to the cousins.
no.
The answers to these and all questions are forthcoming. Or not.
We are returning
Probably
to
not.
our first choice with
This
the
guy.
old man on page 7. So we are going to not get in a car with the stranger and see what happens.
Okay, so 12, right?
The beauty of the jewels brings a count.
So here's the picture that made me question whether this artist had seen a human face before.
Oh my God.
That is not.
Look at
What is that?
This is someone described a human to an alien, and that's what they drew.
That's AI.
AI did that.
An alien illustrator.
All right. 12, here we go.
Yeah.
AI.
A large crowd gives you the perfect opportunity to escape. Deciding to avoid your companion, you duck into a phone booth.
Hey, Superman now?
The crowd swirls around you, and he is gone. Slowly, you open the door, look cautiously around, and step out into the airport waiting room floor. There is a tap on your shoulder. You spin around. Standing there is a tall woman with intense eyes, and a muscular little person in a track. A muscular little person in a tracksuit. He has a small laptop with him. Come with the.
Directed by David Lynch.
Yeah, exactly. He's in a red room.
Come with us. We are going to help you with the jewels of Nabooti. Too much. No matter where you go, they are after you. Is there no escape? Okay. What is it? What do you know? She looks at you and then says, there is a jet waiting over in the private air terminal. It will take you to Morocco.
Finally.
In a jet.
Here is your identification. She hands you.
Wait, we had a passport.
We need more identity.
No.
More passports.
This is like the special Moroccan.
That was a Boston passport.
Yeah, that was a Boston passport. You're right. Here is your identification. She hands you a small sliver of ivory with a design on it. Whoever sees it will give you help. Good luck. All right.
Good luck.
He's out.
The man grins in an evil way. He opens up the laptop so you can look inside. It's not a laptop at all. It contains a dagger with a sharp point, as most daggers do.
Generally, when you open a laptop, there's a dagger with a sharp point in it. Yes. It's normal.
Just say there's a new way to smuggle weapons.
Whoa, this next line's real weird.
The dagger sends you a different kind of message than the kind you get over the internet. A very different message.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I do not. Okay, so.
The dagger sends a very different kind of message than the kind that you get over the internet.
Yeah.
We don't know what it means either.
I don't know.
Okay, so
From these
do we go to the jet, or do we? You can tell them there must be some mistake and drift off into the crowd.
So, jet.
So jet.
I mean, it's a flippin' jet.
Yeah.
We know how to fly it.
Yeah. We're a pilot now.
You just gotta push the pedals really hard.
We're 8-year-old pilots.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna at least have champagne.
A beautiful and unusual jet plane sits in readiness at the private air terminal. It has silver and yellow wings and a bright red body.
Is it a bird?
You are met by two large men in business suits. Follow us. Be quiet. There is no opportunity for hesitation or argument. They hustle you into the aircraft. The passenger area is small and crowded. The two men sit next to each other and face you. Alpha Omega 234, cleared for takeoff. It is the control tower speaking. Then you are up and away. Paris below looks like a small town or even a play city in a sandbox. Soon you are at cruising altitude, flying over the Pyrenees, across Spain. Then the coast of Africa looms under you. Puffs of smoke from the wheels hitting the runway at almost 250 kilometers per hour announce your arrival in Morocco. No one has said a word.
So the whole time you're on the crowded plane, no one has said an entire word?
Nothing.
You also landed.
Everybody just got laptops with knives on them.
They all apparently sell telegrams.
Yeah. I don't know what time period this is.
You know no more than when you left Boston, except that quite a few people are on your trail. There are no friendly faces. There is no escape.
From this book.
A black Mercedes limousine pulls up to the jet. A powerfully built man in dark clothes stands by the car holding the door open. You are moved along with little or no choice to escape or even to ask what is going on. How strange it is that no one talks to you. Maybe this is their plan to make you nervous. If it is, they are succeeding brilliantly. It is like waiting in a dentist's office to be called in for your appointment. It is not.
Not at all. Not like
I don't know what kind of dentist.
What kind of
All right.
I like my
The minutes seem to be unreal and painfully long. When you open your mouth to speak, you find that no words come out.
Like the dentist.
Tires screech around corners. The car speeds toward town, past rolling hills filled with brilliant yellow, blue, and red flowers. You catch a glimpse of the turquoise sea from one hilltop. Soon, you're in the middle of Tangiers. Alongside modern cars, buildings, and people in Western clothes are donkeys, hand-drawn carts, and people wearing the ancient robes and colorful costumes of North Africa. When will someone talk to you? This is maddening! The limousine threads its way through narrow streets. It then stops in the shadow of the wall of the Medina, the great walled inner city of Tangiers, with its winding streets, dark tunnel-like paths, and exotic sounds and smells. The two of you start off on foot. All right, we're about to head into some William S. Burroughs territory, and I just want to warn everybody, I don't know where this is going to end up. The driver points to a small opening in the Medina wall. A blind woman sits by the opening, begging. When you walk by her, she spits at your feet.
Good gosh!
You jump back in disgust, but the driver just keeps pushing you on. In your pocket is the small ivory identification piece given to you in Paris as a sign that you can be used to get help. You stop and pretend to tie your shoe. You look at the blind woman, and you're sure she winked at you.
Yeah.
Was that just a tick? Or maybe she's not blind and is trying to signal you.
This guy's a jerk.
The ivory piece will bring you help. How badly do you need help now? Should you give the token to the blind woman? Or should you save it until later? All right. Are we going to trust this? All right, we got to make some noise. Are we going to trust this blind woman? Yeah! Or are we saving that token?
I mean.
All right, bring us to the blind.
There you go. All right.
49.
Voilà, ma
She spit on me.
Instinct tells you to give the ivory piece to the beggar. You drop it into her outstretched hands. The moment the ivory piece is in her hands, she yells, "Aye!" That was a slim shot. I'm sorry, guys. I really tried. That sounded different in my head. Two short, wiry men in hooded robes step out of a small door in the wall. One of them shouts in English, "We are your friends. Follow us." The other man wrestles with the huge man who drove the limousine. For a moment, you have decided to run away, and then you go with them into the dark tunnels and streets deep into the Medina. You haven't the faintest idea where you are or what is going on.
None of us do.
Yeah, the ivory piece seems to have a strange and powerful effect on these people. In here, it is your new guide speaking. Seated at a small table, is an old man with white hair and a beard. It was Oz. Sorry. He was smoking from a water pipe. Rugs are everywhere, hanging on the walls, rolled and stacked in the piles. Could this be the rug merchant that Peter and Lucy talked about?
What?
I don't remember that.
What?
This book is bad.
That was like 12 years ago.
Yeah. Sit down, do not be frightened, says your new guide. You sit. We have followed you from your trip to Boston. We know who you are and we want the jewels. Now give them to us. But I don't have the jewels, you protest. The old man rises and looks sharply at you. Look in the pocket of your coat.
Whoa!
So we either obey him and look in the pocket of our coat, or we just decide to run and just get out of there. We can look in the coat later, right?
So are we running?
We're running, right? Yeah. Leroy Jenkins.
All right, what did we decide?
We're running.
We're running. All right, we're running. You pretend to fumble in your pocket while you look for an escape route. The old man sees through your ruse. I mean, it was a clever ruse, just fumbling in my pocket. He stamps the ground and kicks angrily. You dash for a rear door and burst through. The door leads to a beautiful country garden containing a calm, dark pool filled with lotus flowers. A fat, greasy man on the other side of the pool is sharpening scimitars on an old stone wheel. I was just as surprised as you as I read those words, okay? He takes one unsmiling look, grabs a knife, and walks towards you. What the heck? That pool is looking pretty good. So, I'm sorry. A fat, greasy man is sharpening scimitars and then walking towards me with a knife, and I literally say,
I want to go.
What the heck? That pool is looking pretty good. You take a running leap and dive in, much to the fat, greasy man's surprise. He tries to motion you to stop. You ignore him and turn to swim when you notice a pair of eyes just above the surface coming towards you. Crocodile. More eyes converge on you as you thrash to escape the oncoming open jaws. Too late. Also, this is the picture associated with
That's
all
the
of
alligator.
this. I'm not really sure what to make of any of it, but that is the picture that we were looking at.
They chose a picture of this old man at a Toasters concert.
Yeah, no, he's definitely at a ska show. All right,
we need to go back and maybe not give the blind lady the ivory ticket.
We died.
Yeah, we gotta look at the pocket.
All right.
No,
I just saw where it led to.
74.
No. They want
the pocket.
They want the pocket.
They want the pocket. Give them the pocket.
What is this?
So 74.
Yeah,
74.
Incredible! There in the coat pocket are the jewels of Nabooti. How did they get there? Who put them there? But that is not important.
No, that is important.
It is.
They
Look at
are
that pool.
There they are, bright, incredible, powerful, mysterious. The old man smiles, takes them from your hand before you can do a thing, and says, "You have done well in returning the jewels of Nabooti to their rightful owners. Blessings will befall you. Your life will be rich with friends and adventure. Do not wonder how they came to you. It is all in the magic of the jewels.
Don't
You
worry,
are their
guys.
messenger and helper. We thank you." As the old man speaks, you see him change form. He becomes younger, taller, and glows with a gentle gold radiance. You did the right thing. He is the king, the leader, the source of good, the end.
The source of all good.
Way better than eaten by a crocodile.
Yeah.
That's a matter of opinion.
This young, tall,
All right,
glowing
so we're
man.
not giving the blind lady the thing.
So we're gonna try not giving the blind lady our ivory piece and see what happens. I see a picture of a boat on the next page. So
What page are we on?
52.
52?
52.
Oh boy.
It's too late to do anything. The huge man rushes you along the twisting streets of the Medina. You enter a small square and come to a halt at an open stall selling olives and spices. There is a brief muffled conversation between your guide and the proprietor of the stall. Then you are pushed through a door in the back of the stall. The door leads to a tunnel that in turn leads to the yacht basin in the harbor. Don't move. We will take care of everything. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, hang on just a minute. Ryan?
Yeah.
Since you're dressed appropriately, could you read that quote there, that dialogue?
Yeah, I'm really good at accents. Don't move! Take care of everything, Batman! Sorry, it's the only impression I can do. I'm sorry.
That was good. No,
The accent is vague and the voice is harsh. A powerboat nestles against the dock. The rocky motion of the waves makes its sharp snout resemble a shark. You are hustled aboard. 2 crewmen start the motor. The lines are cast off, and with a roar of the engines, the boat nudges out into the harbor. I don't necessarily correlate roaring engines
With nudging?
nudge.
Yes.
Nudge.
Throttles are pushed full forward. The boat leaps on top of the waves and speeds towards Cap Spartel and the Pillars of Hercules.
That's definitely a band.
Yeah.
Tonight in the Marriott, Cap Spartel and the Pillars of Hercules. Don't miss it.
I would buy the shirt.
All right, and I think, well,
128.
the surf roars in and crashes on the beaches just below the jutting cliffs called the Pillars of Hercules. The crash of waves is not only on the beach. The crew members yell, "Watch out! Look out for that wave!" But they have forgotten the treacherous rollers of the Atlantic that pound the shores of Africa.
Wait, the crew of the boat forgot about waves?
Never said they were a good crew.
That's their first day.
The boat rolls violently and is tossed up into the air by a giant wave. You cry out, "Help! Help!" The boat smashes to pieces in the milk-white surf. All hands are lost. The end.
You get nothing.
And you guys, I'm afraid that is where we're going to have to leave it this year. So thank you so much for coming. Please remember, rate this channel 5 stars in the app if you enjoyed it. If you did not enjoy it, rate it 5 stars in the app and come yell at me about it in person.
And put money in here if you have some.
And we want to give away these books. I'm tired of carrying things.
If you put money in here, you can have
You
these
can
books.
have a book.
Do we have a minimum?
Come up and give us a donation, and we will donate one of these books.
I feel I've got to have
Thank
one.
you guys. Thank you guys. Thank these guys.
All right, grab one book.
Lost Jewels of Nabooti. Thank you so much.
Should we do this again next year? Yeah!
All right, we have only 2 left. There you go. That's you. Last one.
Thank you guys.
everyone.
Right now we gotta clear the room.
Thank you for the donations, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming so many times today.
Yes.
You have been listening to a Needless Things production. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for the very best in toys, movies, music, and pop culture. Until next time, be kind and like what you like.